Good morning. Early morning. Bud. No. No. Watch out. Okay, so I did catch a mouse in one of my traps. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah. So the trap was actually over here, and I found it in the onions. So he walked off with it, and unfortunately I had to dispatch him. The other trap is down under there. I'm a little afraid that something's attached to it, so I'm not putting my fingers there. I need to go find something. Watch out, buddy. Let's see, I can't find. There it is. Okay, it's actually empty. Ooh, something must have moved it though. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. There's a little lizard here. Uh-oh. Unintended. Buddy, do you smell it, huh? Do you smell it? Ugh, okay. Well, so I know it's dark out here and it will come out again when there's more light. But I noticed they were trailing back and forth between those two holes and going all the way, sometimes stopping at the eggplant and making a home in the shed. So one of my jobs today will be to set up a bunch of traps in the shed, because I don't like having to have the traps anywhere near the hens or the dogs. Here's more evidence that I have rats on the porch too. So I've got to do some eradicating. Now, a bird had attacked that one. Can you see that okay? And I left these three up here. I should have just pulled it in, because now I've lost another tomato. Thank goodness they didn't get the big one. So nobody really ever prepares you for what's going to happen when you get chickens, the gateway animal. The next animal to come in is not the family cow, it's not goats, it's not anything except for rats, mice and rats. I had all my loofah on this table, and every day there's a couple extra more that have been dumped onto the ground. I'm pretty certain that squirrel's checking them out. This one's rotting, it has to go in the garbage. That's oh, maybe it's an inside job I can do today. Oh yeah, look, something's eating them. Something's definitely eating them. So we're about to have a lot of rain sometime right around noon. And if you're like me, a Monday's a Monday, whether you go off to a job or you stay home and have home jobs, you know, teleworking, or you're just a stay-at-home retiree, whatever your situation is, you know, Mondays are always busy because you're recuperating from the weekend. For me, I'm still like, I got to go in there, clean up. I still have got Christmas to go ahead and, the outside's been done for really since New Year's Eve weekend, but the inside still has a little Christmas going on it, and I got to take care of that. But we're gonna get a nice drop in temperatures, and I only have, it's been a rather warm winter, so I only have you know, so many chill hours I can grab left in this month and next month. Maybe you know, these trees need I think about 140 or so chill hours, and I'm in the belt for 100 to 200 chill hours. So I've got to take advantage of this. Now this leaf, I learned a lot of this from the couple, especially the gentleman at the edge of nowhere. They do fruit trees in Arizona, but and they have very hot temperatures like us. They're 9B, but they actually drop pretty cold. They've actually already had below freezing where they are. But he was saying your leaves can stay and become a canopy on your trees. So that is one thing I want to make sure. I want my tree to get as cold as possible. And so I'm going to, the nectarine did semi-strip itself. I helped it the rest of the way, but now I've got to do the plum. because it's going to be pushing growth. I already see little buds right in here. And so I got to make sure. Also, I have some, Steve and Marilee, thank you. I went to their house and they had a consultation recently with an expert on fruit trees. And he said also, strip your trees, strip your trees. So for those of you like me who are in the subtropical climate, you'll want to do this if your trees didn't do it naturally. I mean, we're just at that point where, you know, we've been so warm, my trees are so confused if they're coming or going. You want to be careful at the end in case there's buds there. Every fruit tree develops their buds in a different place, so know your tree. Oh, but the gentleman from Edge of Nowhere, he was saying that this can provide warmth, sort of like a blanket for your tree, and you want to make sure you take off the blanket in order to take advantage of all the cold weather hitting the tree itself. For my nectarine, when I stripped it, I went upward, but on this plum, I have to go downward. These leaves are still very attached. I know it seems kind of harsh to do this, but it's one of those necessities. Be careful to not get whipped in the face, or if you have somebody else helping you, whip one of your kids in the face. That would be awful. Let me show you that bud over here. Can you see that right here behind my hand? Yeah, so new growth is coming. It's very confused. A lot of my friends already have blooms. And people I don't know, I did a little survey, and especially with mango people, and about half of them had blooms already starting. It's just a strange year. Okay, let's go over to the sun red nectarine over here and see what we got going on. Okay, so these leaves came off real easy because there was a little bit of rust on them. So my second job for today is to treat with, I think copper fungicide is going to be my choice for a little insecticidal and fungus. I got to see what all's in the shed. And I've got to see if I have to wait to a dry day, because I might have to wait till tomorrow. But look on all these ends, they're getting so close to pushing. Yeah, but thank goodness I don't see any actual greenery or blooms yet. So I hope we still get a little something in the month of February. That would be nice. So let's look at this avocado right here. And it's really close. It's thinking about it. Yeah. We're getting there. Okay, let's go check the other citrus. There's nothing on the mulberry, but I'm just stopping by here on the way to the citrus, yanking some leaves off of it too. Ooh, this canopy. I gotta get it so it gets nice and cold. Although this is not stone fruit, but it does replace its leaves, which is kind of cool. This is just like berry, falls in the berry category. Look, look, they have arrived. Do you see that behind my hand? Those are blooms with little starts of berries of the fruit. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Well, then I gotta be kind of careful. Can't just strip away for fun. Here's another one. Oh, gotta be careful. But that's, oh yeah, now that I see it in a lot of places. I wasn't paying attention. I don't really see anything on the blueberries. Oh, well, they're gonna come though, right there. They're coming. Those are gonna be fruit. The little red ones. I have to go back and watch blueberry videos. Oh, that probably can be popped off. That's probably dead. Yeah, dead. I tried to prune these, but you know, I am still new, like only 3 years to blueberry growing, and so I don't always prune everything if I'm unsure. I need to fertilize all my blueberries today. Mr. Mango? Nothing really. Nothing. That's good. I'm not sure, but I was thinking that Pickering mango may be a late blooming variety. I'm not sure. If you know, put it in the comments. And I already showed you that my grapefruit is so close to popping those blooms out. And it's in a bit of an awful, ugly state with the yellow leaves. But I've been trying to work on nutrition. And I did try to work on some of that black soot, getting it off. Oh, this one looks like, oh, I did get it because, oh, there's a little bit on my thumb. But I tried to clean off a good many of the leaves. Probably could have done a little better job. Oh, there we go. So much new growth. And the peanut butter tree has a lot of new growth. It's already been doing that for weeks. This is the Eureka that's brand new. So I tried to work on some of its mold. Some of it's really stuck. So I just hope with the new growth it kind of, yeah, some of those leaves just want to come off, which is okay. Yeah, that doesn't want to come off. But I tried to clean it. And then of course I didn't get here on the trunk or on the branches. Even though it could use it, but it has spikes. Yeah, so anyhow, all these are getting treated today or tomorrow, depending on if that copper fungicide can be used right before rain. My miracle fruit's got fruit ripened all over it. I gotta pick that. There's some more ripening. Oh, no, that's a leaf. Oh, let's do that. Let's mess up our taste buds this morning. That's so fun. But I don't have anything to eat with it. Oh, I got a grapefruit in the house. We'll do that. I brushed my teeth, so it's kind of sour. This is Persian lime. Look at the fruit. This has been going at it for a little while, hasn't it? Wow. I don't know if I should treat this. I'll have to read the directions and see if I can treat it when it already has blooms opened. For the most part, they're closed. But that one bloom was open already. Oh, and here comes another. So this tree is way older than the rest of the trees in my yard. And because it lived for 3 years in a pot, and then it's been over, well, it spent a year over there, and it was kind of in the way of every truck that came in to work on trees. So we ended up moving it to here. I want to say it's 5 to 6 years old, and finally putting on growth, because we kind of stunted it in the pot, and if it never becomes like a full-size tree, then so be it. But this would be a good place for it to not be full size. Otherwise, I gotta start trimming it probably next year. Or this year, I'm sorry, we're in 2022. Lots of new growth. I just realized it suffered a little bit of black mold or sooty mold. And little leaf miners in there, right in there. But the aphids are what comes to your tree, and they leave a sweetness behind called honeydew. And then the ants come to the honeydew, and they leave this, the mold attaches to the sweetness. Doesn't look like the plumeria's pushing, so that is real good. I lost this one over winter, but each one of these is a different color. We'll just go through it real quick. Lemon lime, okay, that's the white with the yellow little bit of a throat. Another lemon lime. Jack might be trying to sell those. I don't. Oh, what is that? Lemon lime. This one is Samoan fluff. This one I lost was a fire star pink. Noid. Abria, Anaheim Hills Sunset. JJLC. This is my friend Kara's pink Noid. Honeysuckle, I don't know what that is. Something Y. Maybe Wyoming? I don't know what that is. I can't read that. And what is the last one? Pink Nor. Nor or Noid? I wrote Noid on these others, didn't I? Noid. Oh, I might have wrote that wrong. We have quite the hodgepodge of information going on today in this video, but while we're at it, let's just look at the Jaboticaba. This tree I've had also since 2019, so it's like 3 years old. There is some modeling going on. It was probably a few years old before I bought it, so I don't see any signs of blooming and fruiting yet. But I think we're getting really close. See how the variation, the modeling here, and it does a little peeling here. I know we're getting real close. So I have two options here. Neem oil is supposed to work pretty good on aphids, and liquid copper fungicide does other diseases, so I might have to do two different applications. I usually don't do a lot of treatment of anything, but since I am having a problem, I think I'm kind of forced to treat my trees. They won't die from the sooty mold, but the lack of photosynthesis on the leaves will eventually lessen the tree's ability to fight off like diseases and produce fruit and all sorts of things. I know that you do neem oil like on cloudy days, which we're going to have, but maybe today's just not the day. Maybe tomorrow will be better. After the rain comes through, it'll be nice and cold, and we can just let these two sit on the tree. Okay, so one thing I gotta do is put a little ammonium sulfate down. I've done it in the back all fall and winter long on the big onions, but I have failed to do anything with my leeks. In fact, I was asked the other day, how are my leeks? And I was like, I don't remember. I haven't been up front very much this year, since Christmas. So I'm just going to do a light feeding there. Let's see, I think I have some more over here. Let's feed these guys. There's just a little bit on the edge here. Looks, oh, and over here. It's okay if, you know, say your fertilizer goes over to something like kale or whatever. That's okay. Probably won't hurt, really. I know it's meant for alliums, but quite honestly, these could use some good leafy growth and nitrogen. They're recovering from pest, rodent, squirrel, whatever pressure. But they're coming back finally. And I think the squirrels did take out all of my fennel. Oh no, here's fennel. It's coming back again. Oh good. I might get my fennel after all. I don't need much. Just like once a year, I like it. These are bunching onions up here. I had a video on that. Yeah. And my lettuce. Oh, I need to work on something with that too. Buddy, what do you see? Huh? Are you seeing lizards? Here are my salmon sunset 4 o'clocks. Aren't they beautiful? They were very late to the party. They weren't happy, and then potentially they got picked on, and so they are coming on strong right now. In fact, everything's coming on pretty strong in my potager garden. The carrots, the weeds are coming on very strong too. I got to do something about that. I've had a nice break from weeding. And here, where did I see it? There's a red tomato in here. Unless Buddy beat me to it. Buddy, did you beat me to tomatoes? And he might have. Him or Captain, they were both up here. Ah, here we go. They were with me this morning. Yay, my first Everglade tomato of the year. Oh, it's got a cut in it. All right, I won't be getting that, but you can have it, bud. No? Okay, we'll give it to Captain. And Cal is in here. Looks pretty good. Like I said, I've got lots of weeds, and my loofah is finally dying off, so it's time to clear off the fence. I think that this is the week I'm gonna get a lot of garden work done. So it'll be nice and cold, highs in the low 70s, and some 50s and 60s at night, maybe even 40s I think I saw. Yeah, I'm real excited to work in the garden in here. I tried not to put too much on my week. I have one day with my friend Marilee. Look at the sweet basil coming through, and my little dill forest. I try to put a lot of dill in the ground through the winter so I can collect the heads by the time the cucumbers are ready, and then I shall have lots and lots of dill pickles and such.